Hey, Vicki Watkins here. I am a real life bookkeeper who brings you reality and not just theory with bookkeeping and how to run a bookkeeping business. So, I want to share with you how I manage 49 bookkeeping clients. I want to cast a vision for you how this can be done and how you can do it too. Now, I do have three opportunities for you to be able to connect with me. One is my virtual bookkeeping launch program. The link is below. The second is my weekly trainings that I have that you can join me weekly to be able to ask technical questions, those kind of things. That link is below as well. And then I have a freebie for you. So that link is below as well. Those are three ways you can directly connect with me. And make sure you hit subscribe to my channel. So I'm excited to get started with you today. I'm going to run through these topics that are here before us about managing clients. And again, this is not theory. This is real life, what's happening behind the scenes of a virtual bookkeeping business. Okay. So I want you to remember that keeping it simple is our end game. When you begin to do bookkeeping, you can feel like, oh my gosh, how will I ever wrap my head around this? So, what I want to share with you is I use Excel spreadsheets to help manage my month load. And it's as simple as that. You don't have to have fancy CRM programs. You just don't have to have that to do it. Now, I will say this. Implement this strategy very early on because you may think when you have just 2 or 5 clients, oh, I've got it. I can manage this. But as you begin to add 10 clients, 20 clients, and 50 to 70, you're going to wish you had implemented this strategy a long time ago. So, what I'm going to share with you here for the next few minutes is just real simple. How am I operating this with serving this many bookkeeping clients? Okay. So, keeping it simple. Remember, the main thing we are doing as bookkeepers, we are recording transactions, we are reconciling those bank accounts that the clients have or credit cards, and then we're generating financial reports. Those are the three things every month that we will do. Now, inside of there, we may be running payroll for some clients, which I do for a lot of mine, but those are the three main tasks that you're doing as a bookkeeper. So don't overcomplicate it. Just remember, keeping it simple. Recording transactions, reconciling, and generating reports is our main thing that we do. I keep my onboarding process very simple. I have an engagement letter. Stay till the end, and I'm going to share my screen and share with you those Excel spreadsheets. I'm going to show you what I use and the engagement letter, and you're going to be shocked at how simple it is. The engagement letter is my roadmap, and I tell all of my clients there's 2 things I need you to do. Sign my engagement letter and make sure the invoice gets paid every month. So my monthly recurring clients, I use QuickBooks Online with invoicing so that they're sent the invoice, they can pay it online if they want, or they can send me a check. So onboarding is the engagement letter, signed engagement letter, and the monthly invoice that they're paid. These are the most important things when it comes to onboarding. You want to keep it simple for your client because otherwise you may lose some people, lose some potential clients if it's too complicated. So I'm going to share with you my exact engagement letter here quickly just so you can see what I'm talking about and to give you an idea of how simple this really, really is. Now, as I move throughout my month, I keep in the back of my mind that I have a 3-step process. I need to record transactions, reconcile transactions, and generate reports. Well, inside of that is payroll for me. So I have payroll checklists that I use as well. But to keep it simple, we're going to go over these 3 tasks that we do. Okay. Every week, I have certain days that I work on certain clients. So I have learned that if I can keep up my bookkeeping weekly, which means on Mondays, I'll pull up a certain number of clients and I'll make sure I'm reconciled for the previous week for those clients. it makes my month-end process so much more simple when I go to reconcile those accounts at month end. So I have specific days of the week assigned to specific clients is what I like to do. And I like to keep the front end of my week heavy and the last few days of my week not as heavy, so that I have wiggle room for doctor appointments, sporting events, if I get sick, if I want to take a vacation, those kind of things. I make my front end of my week heavy, and the last half of my week isn't so heavy. So, and I have managed to take one day off a week for a long time, and I enjoy that as well. And it all comes down to these systems and having this in place. So the monthly checklist, the quarterly checklist, and the weekly checklist. Okay. So I ask myself every week, did I pull all transactions in for this client? Are they sitting inside QuickBooks Online, and have I, categorized them? And then every month, have I reconciled the previous month? Am I down to the penny? Am I reconciled? And then quarterly, for my payroll clients, there are forms I have to file every quarter. And so every quarter, are these forms signed and filed and mailed? Okay. So what I want to do with you real quick, I am going to share with you I'm going to share with you my checklist real quick first. Okay. They are simple. These are simple checklists. And this is my weekly checklist. So literally I took out all of my clients' names, but you will have your clients listed here. And this is, do I have to pay payroll taxes in for these clients? Do I have to press the button to, make all those payments happen? How does that work? Yes or no? I fill that in. And then have I received all the information from the client, which is receive email? Have they uploaded to Dropbox or wherever that they upload their bank statements? Do I have access to their bank statements? So have I gotten in and received the information that I need for that client? Have I paid IRS and state taxes for the payrolls? And have I done the bookkeeping? Okay, not every client do I have to do the IRS and state payments. So the bookkeeping is the one that I do for a lot of them. Some of them that I've gained from a local CPA, I don't have to do the bookkeeping because he's still doing it. So I have none for them. So this is my weekly checklist. Name each client and then keep up with what I've done per week, making sure. And then I always put should have date right here. I'll always put my date of when I touched that client's book, so I know I have a stopping point. And then my monthly spreadsheet is here. Have I sent my invoice? Have they paid the invoice? Because again, that's very important. We want to be paid timely, and so we can make our business run. And then have I done the bookkeeping, the month-end bookkeeping for them? Have I reconciled their accounts? Yes or no? And then, so this is the main, let's see. Yeah, this is the main one that I use every week and every month. Now I'm going to share with you next the client engagement letter. And this is our roadmap. This shows, and everything on here is all made up. This is not a real company. I just threw in addresses and made a name up. So it lists out what services I will provide for them, the fees that I'm going to charge. And these aren't necessarily my fees I charge. I just threw some stuff in there. Payment terms, is there going to be a late fee if a check bounces, that kind of stuff. What I will do, what I won't do, what I need from them, what's their, what do I need from them? What if we want to end this? Basic things that are in an engagement letter. And then I always include a testimonial on the end of my engagement letters. I just do, so that my clients know that yes, she has clients that are happy. And if you don't have a client yet, don't worry, but you will have clients and you'll be able to share testimonials. So I always put a little quote at the end of my engagement letter showing a satisfied client. Okay. So it's just another confident boost for yourself and for the client who's signing with you, to let them know, hey, she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. So don't be overwhelmed by bookkeeping. It's down to 3 simple tasks: recording, reconciling, generating reports. This is how I use to manage, at this point, my 49 bookkeeping clients that I have, and how I run through the months. So Let me know below any other topics you may want to know specifically, and I will do my best to give you some trainings and share. Don't forget, there's 3 ways you can connect with me. One is purchasing my signature course that teaches you how to build a bookkeeping business from the ground up. Secondly, I have weekly live meetings that you can meet and ask me technical questions, those kind of things, in a group setting. And then thirdly, I have a freebie available for you too that you can check out and see what tools are needed inside of a bookkeeping business. I will see you again soon.